morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is as beautiful by you as it has been here by me. I'm in Northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and the weather here has been absolutely perfection. Yesterday was horrible. It was like 94 degrees, was just awful. But the 2 weeks before that was absolutely perfect. It was in the upper 70s, low 80s, really low humidity. It was absolutely perfection. We had a birthday party for Mr. Wizard last Saturday, so that's why we weren't here on Sunday, because we needed to recoup. That went really, really well. Thank you to everyone so much who wished him a happy birthday. His birthday was actually in the middle of July, but that's when we were actually able to celebrate. So thank you again to everybody who wished him a happy birthday, and thank you to those who sent him a birthday card. That was so kind of you. We really appreciated that, so that was really, really sweet. All right, so today we are back. Yay, we are back again. We are officially back. No more crazy hiatuses, no more crazy absences, unless of course an emergency arises, but I am not foreseeing any more delays for a little while, and boy do we have a packed schedule coming up, and I'm going to tell you all about that here in just a minute. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. You guys see it, right? I have, if you remember last week, the last time we were here, I told you guys all about my new quilting room and how we moved and we had a bunch of construction, and I told you about the infamous green wall. Well, unfortunately, at that particular time, the layout of the room was a little bit different, so I wasn't able to actually show it to you, but guess what? Here it is. It is right here, and this is where it will stay. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to be able to share it with you guys. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And honestly, the camera does not do it justice. It's a nice, beautiful, bright green. But as you can also see, I've got some new purple accents in the room, and you're going to continue to see more and more stuff come out on the walls here and on the walls there. You're going to start to see more and more happen. So this is a different configuration than it was before. You'll notice there's no door behind me. That's because the door is over there now. But I'm really liking this particular layout better. I love the fact that you guys can see Sis right here. She's hanging out with us. She'll be a new display piece for us. We will also be utilizing her as an actual ironing piece and board and things like that later on in the stream. Not today, but at another time. So she will become a more permanent fixture on the channel, and I'm really excited about that. The camera is a little bit closer. The lighting is a little bit better. So we're going to fix all those little mistakes, but for right now, I'm really, really excited to be able to share this with you guys, and this will be the first day that I really get to, really, really enjoy this room. Like, I did my live stream a couple weeks ago. We did our Saturday After Dark edition. I did my live stream, and then I had to reset the room again for company to come because Taylor was coming home, so she was going to be staying in the room and things like that. So I didn't really get to utilize it as my quilting space. So I'm really excited to be able to do that today during the stream, and then after the stream, and then hopefully for weeks to come. Is what I'm hoping, because I have been crazy with anxiety not being able to be in here and to just kind of piddle around and do little things. We have so many projects set up on the channel coming up. Oh my goodness, we are going to be so busy from now until the end of the year, and let me tell you about just a couple of them. First and foremost, today we're going to be working on our So Sweet project. You can see it here, and I am excited to announce that the Fat Quarter Shop has released the pattern to the public. So if you guys are interested in making this, I know you've been hanging out with me for the last 10 episodes watching me make this. So if you guys are interested in making this, you can now pick up the pattern yourself. Just head over to Fat Quarter Shop and you can actually purchase it there. So that's really exciting. In fact, I know one of our subscribers that already purchased the pattern and made the whole quilt already. I saw her post pictures on Kathy's page. So that was really, really cool. She knows who she is. But I'm like, that one looks really familiar. Wonder where you got that one from. So that was a lot of fun. So if you are interested in this specific pattern, go check it out at Fat Quarter Shop. Also, I wanted to remind everybody that our favorite friend, our favorite content creator friend, Dawn from My Quilt Projects, has designed her own pattern inspired by this one. And I put a link in the description of every single video of this Home Sweet Home project, so that in case you are interested in getting it, you can head down to the description box and click the link, and it'll get you there to her pattern as well. And it's gorgeous. If you head over to her channel, you can see her make that one. It's really a lot of fun. She did a fantastic job. She took this pattern, she used it as an inspiration, and kind of put her own little twist on it. So I thought that was really, really cool. So if you're interested, make sure you check out that description box below as well. Okay, so coming up next. So we're probably, I don't want to make a promise, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to finish this project today, or we're going to get really, really close to finishing it. I'm not even sure that there's going to be enough content left over when we're done for today for a full another 2-hour episode. So we might just have to finish this one off camera, depending on what happens. So that means we're done with a project, another project for this year, and it's going to be really exciting. So that just means we get to bring on another one. Our next project is going to be a panel project. It's something that I've never worked with before. I've never done a panel project, so I'm really excited to start on it. Now the trick is, with all my moves, I'm not 100% sure where I put the panel. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging to find it. But we're going to be working on a new pattern called Hillside Charm. So I wanted to give you guys a big heads up on it in case it's something that you're interested in. So if you have a panel laying around in your house that you're just not really sure what to do with, or you want to turn it into a pattern and you're just not sure what kind of a pattern, you want to turn it into a quilt but not sure what kind of pattern to use, now would be a great one. And in fact, my mom also purchased a kit for this specific pattern when we were on our adventures the last couple of weeks. So she's going to be working on it with us. I don't know that she's going to do it on camera. I think it's probably going to be more off camera, but if she wants to join us on camera, that's fine too. The pattern is called Hillside Charms. It is from Villa Rosa Designs. Let me show it to you. That's what it looks like. Now, obviously, this is a pattern based on, this is a picture based on their panel. Our panel is going to be different. But basically, it's a panel, 2 charm packs, and a yard of fabric for the border. So not a whole lot of instructions, not a whole lot of pieces that it requires, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to take a look at that. I think my mom's is actually fat quarters, the pieces she has, so I'm going to double check with her on that, make sure that if we need to do some cutting, we can. And I might even do fat quarters with mine. I haven't decided yet. I have to pick out the pieces from my stash. Yes, I'm going to be using some of my stash. So that's the next one that's coming up. And then after that, because we're probably going to be finishing up... well, we may not. But then, of course, we have all of our cotton cuts projects. So let me talk about those for just a second. We have all of our cotton cuts projects that are coming up. Oh, my goodness, there are so many cotton cuts projects. You guys know I love cotton cuts, so I'm not an official ambassador, but I love them so much. They're so much fun to do. We're working on our Tree of Life. We're on, I think, Clue 7 for Tree of Life. That one's coming up in 2 weeks. We'll be doing Clue 7. Then we just received, hot off the presses, a brand new box for Wild Wild West. We're going to be doing the Wild West one as well. And we're going to be doing that one with Lucas. Lucas has joined the Wild West fan club, so that's really exciting. We're going to be doing that one on Wednesday evenings. It'll be the 3rd Wednesday of every month. So then that way it makes sure that he has enough time, because he's doing the monthly subscription, so we want to make sure we give him enough time to get his, because sometimes there's some delays in the mail. So we're going to be doing that the 3rd Wednesday of every month. It's going to be an evening stream. It's going to start at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It's going to go from 7:30 probably till about 9 or 9:30. So all of you late owls out there will be able to hang out with us. But don't worry if that's too late for you or you're not going to be able to make it on Wednesday. Don't worry. There will be replays that you can watch later. So you'll be able to catch up with us. So if you're working on the Wild West one and you want to do it along with us, the 3rd Wednesday of every month is when we're going to be doing them. So I know that's a lot later than a lot of other people are doing them, but we just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to get their clues in before we start ours. So that's why we're doing ours a little bit later. Speaking of cotton cuts, one of the other projects that I've been teasing you guys about it for months, and I promise you I am going to get behind this camera and I'm going to start recording it hopefully today, is our Flowers of America project. That project started 3 months ago. I am 3 months behind on this project, and each project is 5 blocks. So I am so far behind on it, it's not even funny. But you guys are going to be able to keep an eye, follow along with me on that one. That one is going to be a pre-recorded version. We're not going to be doing that one on a live stream. I'm going to be actually releasing videos for that one, and I'm expecting them to be pretty short videos, because it's just, each video is going to be one state, and it's just going to be 1 block. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to join on that, share that with you. I have barely opened it. Like, I opened it to see what the states were, and that was it. I haven't even looked at it yet. So that's going to be fun. And then on top of that, I also purchased some additional Cotton Cuts table runner projects for a friend at work who loves gnomes. So I went ahead and I purchased 2 of the gnome table runners. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Cotton Cuts did this really cool thing where they developed different gnomes, a male and a female gnome, and then some accent blocks to go along with them for every month of the year for 12 months. It was really, really cool. I thought I hemmed and hawed about joining the whole project, but I just wasn't sure that I wanted that many gnomes. But when they did their moving sale recently, I went ahead and I purchased 2 of the table runner kits because I thought they were really cool. So we're going to be doing those at some point. I'm not sure if that's going to take 1 episode or 2. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how long they're going to take to put together, because each table runner is 4 blocks, and they're all pre-cuts, just like everything that Cotton Cuts does. It's fantastic. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be a two session kind of thing in order to make them, but we're going to have to wait and see. One is for November and one of them is for January, because they were by month, so they're really cool. So I'm really excited to show that to you. So we're going to be working on that. And then we also have 2, we need to do 3 more UFO projects. As part of our goals that we had set for ourselves back in January, I wanted to finish 4 UFOs for the year. I have finished 1. I have finished 1 so far. I have a second one that I need to pull out for October. It's a Halloween themed table runner. I want to go ahead and finish that one, so I'm going to pull that one out here soon. So hopefully I'll have 2 done, but I would like to get 2 more done. So that's in the back of my mind of 2 UFOs that I want to get finished. So I'm going to try and work through that as well. So we've just got so many things happening from now until the end of the year. It's going to be exciting. I have not officially decided if I'm going to participate in the Vlogmas this year. I have participated the last 2 years, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Especially if you do the daily Vlogmas, it's a lot of work. It can be really stressful sometimes. So I'm just not sure that I'm going to have the amount of projects I need to do that one yet. But we're going to have to wait and see. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me hop into chat, because I know I've been chatting here. I've been talking here for 20 minutes already. My gosh, we've been live for 20 minutes and I was still talking. So let me go ahead and hop into chat, say hello to everybody in chat, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with our Home Sweet Home project. But one more reminder, if you're interested, pick up Hillside Charm. That is going to be our next project, probably next month. I'm guessing we're going to finish this today. If we don't finish it today, whatever's left, I'm going to finish off camera. So this, for the series, will be done today. So we'll pick this one up next month. So that one will take the place of this one. And then we're going to be rotating some things out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, before I hop into chat, I just looked down and I saw this, and I wanted to make sure I told you guys about this before I hop into chat. I promise I will get there. For those of you who follow us on Facebook, which, by the way, if you don't, you can do !FB in chat. You can follow us there. I do post quite a bit on Facebook, a lot more on Facebook than on Instagram. I need to get better at that. I know, I'm sorry. But for those of you who follow us on Facebook, you'll know that I dropped off our baby lock. I dropped her off yesterday at the doctor. The last time we were together, she was starting to act up on me. The thread cutter actually started to jam on it. And you know what? It was really time for her to get a nice, good cleaning anyway. It had been a couple of years since she'd been cleaned and tuned up. So I dropped her off. They're going to give her a nice cleaning, a nice tune-up. They're going to try and see if they can figure out what's wrong with the thread cutter. Hopefully it's nothing too expensive. And they're going to go ahead and get her fixed. They told me 2 to 3 weeks depending on parts. So in the meantime, we've got her baby brother is here with us. He's going to be helping us out for a couple of weeks. So I took a picture of it. But while I was dropping her off at the quilt store, so I had to go out to the quilt store to drop her off. While I was there, I was tootled around and was looking, and there was something specific that I was looking for. I told you guys a while ago, and I've mentioned it quite a few times, but Illinois there's an organization called the Illinois Shop Hop, which I'm sure a lot of the states have them. I know there's a Midwest one. I know there's an Iowa one. I think I've seen an Indiana one, but there's definitely an Illinois one. And part of the Illinois Shop Hop Association, what they do is they partner up with a fabric designer and a fabric company, and they actually have a fabric line made exclusively for the Shop Hop. And each shop that is part of the Shop Hop is allowed to purchase some of that fabric to have in their stores. Well, my local quilt store didn't purchase a lot of fabric this year, but they did have what I wanted. And one of the things that I really, really wanted was one of the panels. Now, you guys have seen the panel before. In my old studio, you saw the panel that would sit behind me on the door. It said Illinois. It was the shape of Illinois. It had some really cool things on it. That was from 2 years ago. That was from 2022. They had a new one for 2023, but it didn't really speak to me. You know, sometimes that happens. It just didn't really speak to me. So I kept the 2022. Well, the 2024 one is screaming at me. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet, but I had to get it. So while I was at the store yesterday, I went ahead and picked it up, and I want to show it to you guys because it is so cool. So if you're in the state of Illinois or you're close to the state of Illinois and you want to join, find out. Go to IllinoisShopHop.com. You can follow them on Facebook as well. Basically, you purchase a magazine from them, and the magazine gives you all of these different Illinois shops. Okay, and then you collect stamps from each one of those shops, and once you collect stamps for a certain bracket, you can turn those stamps in for prizes. And people, they're giving out, huge serger machines. They're giving out sewing machines. Each shop is doing their own promotion. Like my local shop is actually auctioning off a Featherlight. Sorry, They're auctioning off a Featherlight with a case. It's really cute, but they're doing a silent auction for that. So if it's something that you guys are interested in, make sure you check that out. But let me show you this beautiful, beautiful panel. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited about it. This is made by Wyndham Fabrics. That's who they partnered up with this year, was Wyndham Fabrics. Check this out. Check this out. Let me see if I can give you guys the full view here. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? And then down here at the bottom it says Illinois. Isn't it beautiful? I love the bright, bold colors of it. I love the fact that they've kind of, as I point to myself here, but they've kind of given you some of the really big peaks that Illinois has to offer. Some of it is just absolutely gorgeous. I love these bright, bold colors. So I'm really excited for this one. It is just so pretty. So I'm really excited to display this one. So if you're interested, make sure you check that out. If you are in a different state, try and do a little Google search and see if you can find one for your state, because they're a lot of fun and you can win a lot of really cool prizes. So that is that. Just gonna fold that up and set that over here for now. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that one just yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to put that one up so that it's behind the camera, or if I'm just going to kind of enjoy that one off on the other side of the camera where I can enjoy it. I haven't decided, but let me go ahead and hop in chat. I know I've missed quite a few of you already, and I'm so sorry about that. So let me scroll all the way up to the top in chat, say hello to everybody. You guys know I give a very, very special shout out to the first person in chat, which always seems to be the same person, which is fine. It's totally fine. Brat46, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. I love your dedication. I truly appreciate it. I love that you're here every week. You are always the very first person in chat, so thank you so much for that. Judy, good morning to you as well. Judy was the second person in chat, so good morning to her. Kathy, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Kathy and Terry are our newest moderators, so if you do have questions, please feel free to reach out to them. You guys know Lucas is still our #1 moderator, but he is working on Sunday mornings right now. He'll be back. Not next weekend, I don't think, but the weekend after he'll be back, and so he'll be back to that, and you'll get to see him a little bit more on the channel. So he'll be back ready to go. So because summer is just about over. Let's see. Judy, Kathy, Lorraine. Good morning, Lorraine. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Kiri. So great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us as well. Welcome back. Dawn, good morning. Hello. She says hi. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Hi, Terry. Good morning. It's so great to see you. She says, yay, a green wall. Yes. Dawn wants to know, Granny Smith green or is it brighter? Dawn, yes, it's definitely Granny Smith green. The actual name of the color is called Lazy Lizard. It's really cool. So if you're looking at paint colors and you see the neon green, it's one step darker than the neon green. It is the camera does a little bit of weird things with shadows to it, but it is a nice bright green. It's not as yellow because I didn't want it to look yellow on the screen. So yeah, Granny Smith is probably a good color. Yes, Terry says, I love that color. It looks good. Thank you so much, Terry. Oh, okay. Hi, Linda. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. Hi, Gladys. Good morning. So great to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Terry says, we know who she is. She's talking about who made the Home Sweet Home. Yes, we do. We do know who that is. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. She says, hi there, my quilting friends. Hi, Kelly. So great to see you. Lorraine says, I just put that pattern on my want list. I have a few panels. Awesome. Awesome. That's so great. It's a really inexpensive pattern. It's really easy to work with. I was reading through the directions. I mean, it's one of those little postcard patterns, so super easy. If you were a member of Cotton Cuts, you probably got it as a freebie. I think that's how I ended up with it. But yeah, super exciting. So that one will probably start next month. Let's see if I missed anybody else here. I'm just scrolling through. Terry says, I did not join the Wild Wild West. I'm doing Tree of Life ×2, and I have a quilt going for my daughter, #2. Yeah, Terry, I understand that. I have 2 Tree of Lives going. I have the one that you guys see on camera, the green one, and then I have a pink and gray one, which I kind of teased you with on a live stream once. But I have that one as well. That one is so far behind. I think I'm only done with like for clues 1 and 2, so that's one of the things I want to try and do. off camera, just kind of enjoy the room, things to do in here. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so I totally understand where you're coming from, and I hemmed and hawed honestly about joining Wild West, but then Lucas said he wanted to join, and I didn't want him to be by himself. So so that's why I went ahead and joined it. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it for sure. Katie, Kelly says, Danny, you are amazing. Oh, Kelly, that's so kind of you. Thank you. She says, I have so many things that I have to do that I do not want to think about. Most of them, never mind, talk about them live. Well, you know, you just gotta kind of go along with things, and you just gotta keep moving, you know? There you go. Talk about them live. There you go. Terry's reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. Thank you, Terry, very much for that reminder. For those of you watching, if you want to go down there and tickle that like button for me, that would be really great. I appreciate that. Very pretty colors for sure. Yes. Hi, Patty. Good morning. Oh, my goodness. I missed so many people. Hang on. Wow. I'm going through chat now. Sorry. Hi, John. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Dawn says, great minds think alike, Danny. I have this green on my kitchen accent wall paired with turquoise cabinets. That is awesome. I like purple. So I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sure if you know this, if you have a color wheel, you'll know that purple and green are actually opposites on the color wheel. And they are my two very, very favorite colors. Orange is definitely a close third. But purple and green are my absolute favorites. And when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I actually had a purple and green room. And so my kids knew this. My mom knows this, obviously. And so they're like, oh, Mom, you're reliving your childhood. I'm like, a little bit, but it never really went away. So purple and green are my favorite colors. So I'm really excited about it. It just makes me so happy every time I come in this room. Just so happy every time I come in here. So I'm really excited. Good morning, Patty. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hi, Katie. So great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through chat. There's so many people in chat that I'm missing, and I apologize for that. Let me get through chat. I'm almost at the end. I'm almost there, and then we're going to get started with this project. Susan, hi. She says, I'm just popping in to say hi. I'm at my last union convention. Oh, that sounds like fun, Susan. We can't wait to hear more about that. Your playroom colors. Yes, Dawn, absolutely, 100%. Purple and green. Yeah, I love purple and green, Terry. It's one of my favorite. Obviously, it's my favorite color. All right, so I think I've gotten through everybody in chat. If I missed you, I am so sorry. There's a lot to go through. So if I did miss you, I'm sorry. Please make sure you say hello again in chat so that I can make sure to say hello to you on the air, because the last thing I want to do is miss anybody. Yeah. Okay, so Sweet Home. Let's go ahead and get started with that. Can you believe I've already been on the air for 30 minutes? We have yet to do anything. All right. Oh, just a reminder in case you are loving this new coffee mug that I'm drinking out of. We do have some merch available. If you're interested, you can do LOL, keep talking. If you are interested in purchasing any merch from any So Not an Expert channel merch from us, you can do ! merch in chat. It'll give you a link. There's coffee cups, there's t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts. There's a drawstring bag. I want to actually get a big mouse pad. So they have one. I just haven't designed it yet. So I want to get some of that. I actually need to look into redesigning our logo a little bit so that I can add some more stuff on there. Our logo has too many colors in it for me to be able to do things like hats and like the big heavy sweatshirts where they're embroidered because our logo has too many colors. At least for this particular company that I'm using. This company only allows for 4 colors, so I have to redesign the logo a little bit, but not a big deal. That is something that I will be able to work on over the next few weeks and be able to get that out to you. So ! merch, if you're interested, never required. Always appreciated, but never required. Also, in case you haven't noticed it yet, down below next to your chat box, there is a button there that looks like a $sign. It's usually in a rectangle or a heart. I can't remember. That is for super chats and for super... Give me a minute. Super chats, super stickers, and super thanks. Those are just ways for you guys to donate to the channel if you are inclined to do so. You do not have to do so. It is definitely not a requirement for sure, but if you want to, you can check that out. It gives you options for little stickers that you can put up in chat. or you can just make regular donations. Or if you're watching this after the fact, if it's no longer live and you're watching a replay, you could do a super thanks, which is basically just a, you know, again, another donation. None of it is required. All of it is absolutely appreciated. Every dollar that goes in, that is paid to the channel, goes right back into the channel for new projects and new equipment to make sure that we are giving you the very best show we can. All right, let's get on with this project. My goodness. Hi, Lucas. Good morning. There he is. Good morning, Lucas. He said he might be able to pop in for a few minutes. So good morning to you. We miss you, buddy. Sorry. Have to go do Kelly's taking off. No problem, Kelly. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate you being here. All right, so let me put these away, and then we need to get started. So the first thing we need to do is, last time we were here together, we went ahead and we cut up all of our pieces for our sashing, which is basically what we're doing now. Our blocks are already done. Did you want to see our blocks? For those of you who can't remember what the blocks look like, let me show you. They are these cute little houses. They're just so cute. Look at these. Aren't they adorable? They're just so cute. They're such cute little houses. So we cut up some sashing, because the sashing is going to go in between the houses. And you can see the pattern there, the light gray there between the houses. That's our sashing. So we're going to be doing that. So I have these pieces here, which go in between the houses a little bit. And then I have these pieces here that go around the edge, the outside. And the directions say we need to sew all of these up end to end and then cut them again. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. I have the hiccups again. So let's go ahead and get those sewn up. I've got my 1/4 inch presser foot on here right now, but I actually want to grab my other one. My guided 1/4 inch, guided 1/4 inch. I'm going to grab the other one because I need to sew a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, Terry, thank you so much for that super sticker. That was really kind of you. Thank you so much. There's supposed to be like a little animation thing and sound effect that happens when that happens, but I think I have the sound turned off, so I apologize for not missing that. But thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Susan says she's got to sign off. Last business session is about to begin. No problem, Susan. We understand. We appreciate you hanging in for just a minute, and we'll see you again really soon. Oh, see, there it is. It's just delayed. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get these sewn up together. Right sides together. We're just going to do straight stitching. I'm not going to do any type of biased or crazy thing like that. Just going to get them straight stitched up together. All right. Needle down. Obviously this is not my normal machine, so she sounds a little bit different. Hopefully you guys can hear her. She's actually really, really quiet. I guess I should say he, because it's baby brother. That's what we're naming this one, is baby brother. So he is a little bit quiet, so. Go. We're just sewing them up end to end, so I'm going to do the same thing I do with our binding. I'm just going to keep adding them together, just keeping them all on the machine at one time, and then I'll snip them apart. Excuse me, in just a minute. Patty says, who is joining Lisa at Awkward Quilter GA's Ugly Fat Quarter Challenge? I'm up for the challenge. Ooh, what's that about? That sounds like a lot of fun. There we go. Sew up all these pieces end to end. Alright. There are 11 pieces total that we need to sew up together. So what I'm going to do is, now normally you would sew these up, measure them out, and cut. Well, I never sew things the way they're supposed to be sewn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go ahead and sew these all up, iron them flat, trim up the edges a little bit, and then I'm just going to leave it as one long piece. And I will then sew it to the quilt, the edges of the quilt, and then trim it, and then just keep sewing it that way. That's what I'm going to do. It's probably not the right way to do it, but that's what I'm going to do, just to make sure 100% that I have the correct lengths. Because like I said, I don't sew an exact 1/4 inch. I try to, but I know sometimes I veer off a little bit. So this way, I'll know for sure that I have exactly the right size that I need, and I don't have to worry about it too much. Details are on her community page. Okay, thank you. I'll check that out. I think we all have ugly fat quarters. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I might. But see, because I give away my fat quarters, I give away the ugly ones. Not always, though. I give away the ones that are not my style. So I really don't have a whole lot of ugly ones because I give mine away. So, speaking of giveaways, we're not doing a giveaway. But if you are interested in you can, just a reminder that you can trade in your thimbles for prizes, fat quarters and such. I think I've got 2 prizes that were 2 redemptions that I have not been able to take care of yet because of all the construction and everything. I think I have 2 of them. I'm going to try and check on those today and try and get those taken care of. Honestly, I don't even know who they are anymore, but I think there's 2 of them. The good news is Streamlabs keeps track of that for me, so I don't have to necessarily remember. Streamlabs will tell me. Alright, so now needle up. I almost hit the button for cutting the thread, but that's not going to work because this one doesn't have a thread cutter. Pull these apart. Go. Alright, nice one long string. So let's go ahead and put this over here. Actually, I keep forgetting I have this handle right behind me. Just gonna put it right there. We're gonna turn the iron on because I didn't have the iron on. And I'm gonna go ahead and iron these open. And then I'm also going to iron, to trim them as well. So we're going to iron up the whole thing, make sure it's nice and flat, and trim them. Let me grab a pair of scissors. My trim cup. Somebody's barking. My puppies are barking. I don't know if you can hear them. They're barking. That's one of the other really cool things about this particular room is because the door is off camera, I can actually leave the door, and we're at the end of the hall. Nobody really walks past the door at the end of the hall. So I can leave the door open while I'm on stream, and then my puppies can come in and out if they want. And I have my bigger puppy who has decided that the laying under the desk in here is like her new favorite thing to do. That's her new favorite. Okay, just trimming off the edges. I'm going to go ahead and iron these up. There we go. So what is everybody else working on? This is a great time for you guys to tell me about all the projects that you guys have been working on. Anything you finished, any fun trips that you've taken. I'd love to see them. I know Fern King, she's not on the chat right now. Maybe she's watching, but I know she posted some stuff on her Facebook page that was really cool. She'd made a dog, a stuffed dog that was really cute. What is everybody else working on? I'm just ironing out the random wrinkles. Dawn says she's in a slump, no sewing here, she's taking a break. Dawn, I can understand that. I've gotten to that point myself at times. Obviously, I've just had a 3-week hiatus, so I'm like chomping at the bit to be sewing. But I get that. I do. Especially as a content creator. I don't think people understand just how on you have to be all the time. And sometimes that can be exhausting. That's why I do try to make an effort to have a couple of projects that are non-camera projects. They're just kind of for me. They're for me to kind of relax and enjoy the process without the stress of creating any content for it or explaining what I'm doing or just enjoying the time that's here. So I totally get that. I think we're all entitled to take a little bit of time off. I mean, sewing is a hobby. Well, not for everybody. I mean, some people it's a career, but for me it's a hobby. And so if I need to take a little bit of time off because I'm just not feeling it, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's completely acceptable. Sean says he's lurking. Piecing quilt tops for the kiddos. Nope, I can understand that. Terry says made a mini backpack. I saw that, Terry. It was so cute. In a coin purse. For oils. An oils case and PMQs, and today I'm rebuilding machine this afternoon. Not too much going on. Oh no, you're totally not busy. No, totally. For those of you who don't already know, Terry, one of our newest moderators, she has her own channel where she rebuilds Singer sewing machines and featherlights. She does an amazing job. So make sure you go check her out. I think if you do ! Terry in chat, it'll give you a link to her channel. I'm pretty sure there's one there. If not, we will make sure to get one set up. Looks like my iron is not quite up to temp yet. Hi Tracy, good morning. Looks like Tracy changed the name on her thing there. She's now Iron Stitches. Awesome, good morning. So great to see you. Okay. I don't know if the iron was up to temp and it cooled down as I've been using it, or it wasn't up to temp when we started, but it needed to warm up. Just a second there. Stephanie, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so great to see you again. Thank you so much. Stephanie, if you guys don't know Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches, first you need to go over and check her out. She's awesome. Second, she has an Etsy shop where she actually curates her own project boxes. And I've done a couple of them. Actually, I still have one in the bin here from like a year or two ago that I haven't gotten to yet. But she curates her own. She does an awesome job. She also hosts a lot of quilt retreats and stuff like that. She does so many very cool things on her channel. Make sure you go check her out. You can do ! Stephanie in chat. Check her out. I am honored to call her a friend. Same with Sean. If you guys are not already a member of Sean's channel, make sure you go check him out. He's got so many cool things. He always has a lot of friends on his channel. He just so many friends. I love being introduced to some of the new channels that he works with. It's really great. You can do ! Sean in chat. That's SEAN in chat. To link to his channel. He is also a Cotton Cuts ambassador. So he does a lot with Cotton Cuts as well. So really exciting. I'm sure I think he's already posted his video for the Wild West PMQ. I was just telling everybody this morning that I just got my box fresh off the presses right there. Just showed up in the mail on Friday. So we'll be starting ours in 2 weeks. We were going to start it next week, but Lucas has some things he needs to do, so we're going to do it then a week after. And Lucas is going to be doing that one with us. Really excited for that. So we're really going to test out the ability to be able to do a Cotton Cuts project for someone who not only doesn't know how to quilt, because Mama, Joyce, and Sherlock Cheryl don't know how to quilt in paper piece, or piece. Not paper piece, just piece. They didn't know how to do those things before they started the Cotton Cuts PMQ. And Lucas has never even sewn before. Like he has been behind the machine like a couple times now for practice, but he's never really made anything. So it's going to be a lot of fun. My goal is to set up 2 machines in here for us to work on. I think I'm just going to use this ironing table here for one of the machines. And we're going to work from there. That's the goal. We'll see if it works out. Iron Stitches. Tracy says she loves the house block. Thank you very much. This is called Home Sweet Home. It is a project that is now officially available through Fat Quarter Shop. It was a Liberty Box exclusive a couple years ago, but they just released the pattern. Gosh, like 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 or 3 weeks ago, they released the pattern. I saw it on their website. I was really excited about it. And one of our subscribers has already purchased the pattern and made the quilt. She's finished the quilt already. So she posted pictures of it on Facebook. It was awesome. It looks amazing. So she's way ahead of us. Yes, my quilting enthusiasm is spreading to my family members. That is absolutely right. It is, and it's so nice to be able to share this with them too. I mean, they're not nearly into it as much as I am, but they are having a good time with it, and they like spending time with me, and they like spending time with you guys. So yeah, so it's there's definitely a little bit of momentum happening. My mom and Cheryl, when we went on vacation, we went to a couple of quilt stores, and like they were willing and ready to go to the quilt stores with me, which was really exciting. And then they ended up making some purchases. In fact, Cheryl just sent me pictures yesterday of a mock-up that she's doing. Cheryl's not really a sewing or quilting kind of person, but she's a crafty person. She's a crafty projects person. So she purchased a Halloween panel that glows in the dark. And she's going to stretch it out on a frame and make a Halloween decoration out of it that she's going to hang in the windows of her home. So she's really excited about that. So she did a mock-up of it yesterday just to kind of get a fit for it. And so she sent me a picture and said, "This is what I'm working on." So I'm like, that's really cool. And I know she's just chomping at the bit to try and like set up things in here for me, decoration wise and stuff. So I'm gonna be utilizing her expertise and her experience here. Right now we have sewn up all of our pieces for the outside borders. The outside sashing for this project. We're going to be sewing up the inside sashing and the quilt blocks here soon. I know I said that we were going to finish it this week, but we might actually have, I forgot that we have to sew up all the rows together first. So we might actually have enough content for one more episode of this. We'll see. And I'm just ironing out some of the wrinkles. Stephanie Stitches says, "That is darling. I love your block." Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's the house blocks. Yeah, these are the house blocks. Are they adorable? It's called Home Sweet Home. It's a fat quarter shop pattern. It was a Liberty Box exclusive for a while, but they've just released it. So it's really exciting. And Dawn from our Quilt Projects, My Quilt Projects channel, she actually designed her own pattern that's inspired by this one. So make sure you go check that one out as well. There's a link in the description box below. I added the link to every single video for this series, so people can check that out. And I'll probably go back and add a link to the pattern from Fat Quarter Shop, because you didn't used to be able to buy it. They just released it a couple weeks ago. Thank you, Terry, for throwing up Dawn's link, the link to Dawn's channel there. She is awesome. I know she said she's taking a little bit of a break, and that's fine. She does a fantastic job. She has all kinds of fun projects that she works on. She's been a huge part of this channel. I am truly honored to consider her one of my friends. Just trimming these up here. We're almost done. I see the end. Terry's throwing up a link for Sean's channel as well. Thank you very much for that, Terry. We do have one for you as well, right? I don't know if it's Terry or So Terry. If you do exclamation point moderators in chat, it'll give you a list of all of them. And your name should be in there. If it's not, I'll check with Lucas and make sure we get that in there, because I swear it was in there. He's usually pretty good about setting that stuff up for me. Oh, here we are. We're right at the end. Just grab this last piece here. There we go. Okay. So one nice, huge, long strip. And now normally you would measure these out and cut them, but I don't like to do things like that. I'd much rather just kind of hang on to it. Just gonna kind of roll it here. So what I do is I wait until the end, and then I go ahead and I just use this and sew it up and then trim it. I'll show you guys when we get there. I'm sure you've seen me do it before, but that's what I like to do with borders, because then that way I know that they will fit exactly the way I need them to, and I don't have to worry about it. I think Mr. Wizard might be back. Mr. Wizard went to a model show this morning. You know, he makes model cars and airplanes and all kinds of other stuff. He was at a convention 2 weeks ago now. It was like a 3 or 4 day convention. It was huge. It was out in Madison. So he did that for a few days. And now he just did a show. He just went to a little show. Hi. The puppies. The puppies are joining me. Yeah, Mama's been here the whole time. The whole time. Hi, Addie. Hi. Yeah, Addie has a little bit of a wound on her side, so we have her in an inflatable collar so she can't lick it. Yes. Yes. She had an ingrown hair that got infected, so. This is Addison. The big white one is Addison. The little black and white one, which you can't really see, that's Wrigley. And then the little red and white one, that one's Ivy. All named after the Chicago Cubs. Because Mr. Wizard may be a fan. Okay, puppies, Mommy's trying to work here. Can you guys go away? Yes, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you, but now it's time for Mommy to get back to work. Say hello to the puppies. Terry says, hi, puppies! Yes, I know. See, this is one of the nice things about having the door like that, is they can just come and go when they want. They can just come and go as they please, which is nice. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. I want to put this, there we go. Bunch of puppies. Where's the pattern? Here it is. All right, so it is 3 blocks across and 4 blocks down, and we need to put sashing in between. So I'm going to take 3 blocks and put a sashing in between each. That's these pieces here. So let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then this is for the middle section and the ends. So we're going to put that all together. All right, so let's grab these. These are for the in-between pieces. I'll flip these around. Cute names for the puppies. Oh, thank you. Thank you. They're cute. All right, so now we're going to take a sashing piece here. We're going to attach it to the edge of the pieces here. And go from there. Can you get out from underneath there, please? Ivy. Ivy, out. Out of there. You gotta get away from Mommy's pedal, please. Good girl. I got puppies. 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 Gonna put my my guided 1/4 inch pressure foot back on because I always need help with the 1/4 inch. Tuck the thread back there. Okay. Puppies. Down, please. Pull down. There we go. All right. All right, we are off to the races now. So I'm going to attach this block, and then we're going to go add another block to this other edge to make our rows. Excuse me. I need to check the pressing instructions to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. I think I know what I'm doing, but I just want to triple check. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to finger press them for now. We'll give them a nice hard press before we put on the other borders. Just going to grab another house. And attach another house. There we go. All of the thread. I'm so used to a thread cutter that doesn't have all this thread. Go. If you guys can hear the machine, this machine is much quieter than the baby lock. Much quieter. Go. Stephanie says she has to run. Have a great week. Thanks, Stephanie, for hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. Always love it when you guys stop in for me. So great. You are a link maven. Terry's doing an awesome job providing everybody with the links. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your help. All right. Next, we do another sashing piece and then one more block. Hi, baby. Ivy, the red and white dog, is our baby. She's our youngest. That's why we call her baby. She's the baby. She loves to hang out with people. And she's a bit of a sniffer, so she has to sniff out everything. She's a Cavachon, which is a Cavalier King Charles Bichon Frise mix. It's a designer breed. But she doesn't shed. She's hypoallergenic, and that's one of the biggest things about our dogs is they're all hypoallergenic because both myself and my daughter Taylor have bad allergies. And so it's just easier for us to get hypoallergenic dogs because then that way we don't have to worry about being allergic to a dog or not. Trying to figure out which breeds we're allergic to and which ones we're not. So it's just easier. Plus that way their house isn't full of dog hair. Which is really nice. That is the part I do not miss about having a hypoallergenic dog. What are you doing? She's just walking around. They like to, you know, this is one of the rooms that they were never really allowed in before when it was Tony's bedroom. And so they weren't really allowed in here. And so now they're just constantly in here sniffing. Sniffing, sniffing, sniffing. So, all right. I don't want this one. It's the same as that one. I'm going to grab a different one. Let's see what have we got here. Trying to make sure that they're not the same. So I've got those two. Let me grab this one instead. Shih Tzus. Yes, Shih Tzus can be very well behaved. My mom has a Shih Tzu, Molly. Unfortunately, Molly has got some health issues right now, and we're kind of up in the air as to what's going to happen with her. So she's dealing with that right now, but I haven't heard anything, so I'm thinking no news is good news. But yes, my mom has a Shih Tzu. The black and white one that you guys saw earlier, the little black and white dog that we have, she's only 8 pounds, so she's really little. She is a Shih Poo, which is a Shih Tzu teacup poodle or tiny poodle mix. So she's super tiny. Sounds like Mr. Wizard is maybe home, or that maybe that's Tony that's home. I'm not sure. I thought it was Mr. Wizard, but maybe it's not. Somebody's home. I was in the house by myself. Somebody's here. Guys, sounds like you guys are having some trouble with the games today. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. If you've lost all your Thimbos, though, please let us know. We can make sure to get you more. Lucas was on earlier, so if he's still on, he can help. If not, I can help with that too. Alright, so we've got one row done. I'm going to set that off to the side here for now. We're going to work on the next row. So rows of 3 blocks at a time, so we're just going to start with a block and keep going. Yep, I think that's Tony in this one. For those of you who did not follow us on Facebook, you may not know this yet. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But our family is growing. Lucas is officially becoming a member of the family. Him and Tony are officially engaged. They got engaged 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I'm not sure now. They got engaged the Saturday of our After Dark edition, but they asked me not to say anything on camera until they had told a handful more family members first, which, I mean, it's their secret to tell, not mine. So I had to keep it a secret. I was sworn to secrecy until the next week. But I did announce it on Facebook. So congratulations to them. Lucas is now officially going to be a member of the family. I mean, we kind of all knew it was coming. They've been together for almost 6 years, so we knew it was coming, but it's still nice to make it official. Tony has a beautiful ring. Lucas did a fantastic job picking it out. Maybe I'll convince her to go on camera here and show it to you guys one of these days. So that's really exciting. They're planning on a semi-long engagement. Tony is still in college, so they want to wait until she graduates from college. And they both want to be set up with their careers first. So we expect it to be at least a couple years engagement. So no dates yet. That's exciting. But it's exciting nonetheless. Oh, he is still in chat. Here he is. I wasn't sure if he was still there in chat with us or not, but he is. So you guys have the opportunity to congratulate him, and we'll congratulate him again when he's on camera again next time. Well, maybe we'll see if we can... Well, Tony will probably be back at school by the time he's back on camera, but... She had to head off to work just now, so she goes back to school next week. So Thursday, I think. Thursday is when she goes back, I'm pretty sure. All right, so we are just sewing up the rows here. And I'm just kind of finger pressing them for now. We'll go ahead and give them a hard press later on. So, there are 3 blocks to every row. So my only goal with these rows is just to try and make sure that no 2 are together on the same row. So I'm just kind of randomly choosing the blocks from my stash here. Hey, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing, baby girl? What are you doing? What did you find? She's got her sniffer going. Give me a second. What did you find? Hi. Yeah, hi, baby girl. Can you come out from underneath there, please? Mama doesn't like you by the pedal. Mommy doesn't like you by the pedal. Can you come out from under there? Ivy. Come here. Come here. You want up? Come here. We're going to play this game for a minute. Come here. Okay. She is our youngest. I think she's 3 or 4. She's silly. She is silly. She is really, really silly. There we go. All right. Dawn's gonna hug the bot. She's trying to get some better luck. Fair enough. Terry says she has to go. To have a wonderful day, everyone. No problem, Terry. We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for that. I really appreciate it. Oh, this looks like I got a little piece there missing, so let me go ahead and grab that real quick. piece was just a little short, so it didn't quite make it underneath the 1/4 inch, so I went ahead and sewed that up again. And now I need one more block. Let's see what we can find here. Stripes, stars. This one. There we go. Alrighty. Yay, my love worked, Dawn said. See? All it takes is a little bit of love. All it takes is a little bit of love. That doesn't always work, though. It does not always work. Right. All right, another row done. It's another row done. Dawn says BRB, no problem. So I think I missed it because I'm pretty sure you guys told me about it already, and I missed it because I was trying to do this and chat was moving too quickly. So what is everybody else working on? I know I saw Dawn's taking a bit of a hiatus, which is fine. She's taking a break, not a hiatus, a break. She's taking a little bit of a break, which is totally fine. Terry's got some, Terry was working on some purses, some wallets and things like that, which is really cool. What else is everybody else working on? Has anybody done any fun, really cool trips? Have you gone anywhere fun? Have you done anything exciting? And it doesn't even have to be anywhere like out of your own state. It could just be like, you know, maybe you just went and saw something really cool. Like, you know, Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl and I we stayed within the state of Illinois. We went down to Collinsville, Illinois, and we saw, we went to an Elvis festival. That was a lot of fun. We are very big Elvis fans. We're not like crazy Elvis fans, but oh, what just happened? Nope, I think I'm out of bobbin thread. Oh, maybe not. It's just being weird. No, I think I am out of bobbin thread. Because the bobbin's not moving. Let me see. I think I'm out of bobbin thread because the bobbin is not moving, but it's still sewing. Oh, now the bobbin's moving again. That was weird. This is not a machine that I'm used to using. This is my backup machine. As I may have mentioned before, my baby lock is currently out for repair. For a cleaning, tune-up, and repair. So this is my backup machine, and I'm just not used to using it. This used to be my main machine, but it's not anymore. And so it's taking me a little bit to remember how to use it. I mean, you know, it's a sewing machine, so they basically, you know, the function is the same. But, you know, all the different mechanics of things and the sounds and how things sound and how they work, that's all different, you know. Every machine sounds a little bit different and has a different feel to it. You know, you get used to how your machine works, and it takes a minute to get used to a new one. They told me about 2 weeks or more for the baby. She, just depends on what parts are needed. I have a feeling that she's got a gear that's broken. I could be completely wrong on that, though. I did take her apart myself and kind of take a peek to see what I could see. And it looked like there might be a gear broken. So she was sewing fine. The sewing was not the issue. The thread cutter broke. I don't know. It's just kind of stopped working. It was like random when it would work, and it was making a really weird noise. And she needed to be tuned anyway. So this was a good time. I probably should have taken her in while we were doing construction, and I didn't. I should have. But maybe if I had, then there wouldn't have been this issue, but I didn't. So this is your reminder. If you have a sewing machine that you use on a regular basis, you should bring it in and have it cleaned and tuned at least once a year, they said, depending upon how often you use it. If you're like me and you use it at least once a week, 2 years is probably okay. And they, and most service centers will service all types of machines. It does not have to be a big fancy one. It can be your small machine. It's just like your car. It requires routine maintenance. You probably do your own maintenance a little bit as well, but it's good to have a professional look at it to really give it a good once-over. So maybe if you haven't had your machine looked at in a while, that might be something to consider. It's a little pricey. It's a couple $100, but you know what? That's a heck of a lot cheaper than a new machine. And that's what will happen if you don't have yours maintained on a regular basis. So. Of course, that does depend on the value of the machine. I mean, if the machine was less than $200, then, probably not worth fixing it. But at the same time, new machines are so much more expensive. Like this machine here, I've seen this machine going for as high as $200. I did not pay $200 for it. I think I paid $135 for it. But that's how much I've seen it going for. So this is an HC 1850. It's a Brother. I prefer Brother machines. It's just my preference. Everybody has their own preferences. This is mine. See. This one. This one. This one. Go. All right, rows are almost done. Thread stuck here. Pull that out. Without my thread cutter, the threads are much longer. Something to get used to again. I could trim them up after each sewing, but I don't. I should. Probably should, but I don't. I know Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl, they cut all their threads after every sewing attempt. I don't. I should, but I don't. Go. All right, another row. We got one more row to go, and then we can start putting the rows together. That's when we will go back and start using this big piece that we sewed up together before. No, one more. And I have threads all over me. My goodness. Let me grab my whoa. These are still falling. They're all organized right now, and they're still falling. Dawn is lurking once again. No problem, Dawn. Carrie says she's packing up to move soon. Well, Carrie, I hope it's an upgrade. I hate packing. Even just to move bedrooms was a pain in the butt. Something. Is this even? I guess this is sticky. Might be easier. Hi, baby. You're back again? Did you not know that Mommy was down here? Is that what happened? Like, hi. Hi, baby. Hi, baby girl. Hi. I just want to pet you. She's so silly. I don't know if you guys can see her on the camera or not. She's my inquisitive one. Where you going? I'm out of here. Out of here, Mom. There we go. All right. Packing up to move. That does not sound like fun, Carrie. I know just packing up this room to switch rooms, and then like we had new flooring put in all the bedrooms. We replaced all the carpet with plank laminate flooring. So we had to pack up 3 bedrooms and a hallway because we did the hallway as well, and just the shuffle of like, you know, they're going to work on this room today, so we have to move everything out of this room and into a different room. And, you know, like, our house was a complete disaster. Like, everything was everywhere. We're just finally, like, back to a point where things are starting to be normal again. But even in here, like, I still have things stuffed into these bins that I'm not even sure, like I just said earlier, like I have a panel quilt that I'm going to be working on here soon, and I have no idea where the panel is. Like, I have no idea where the panel is. I have no idea where the fabric that I'm going to be using is. I have no idea. It's here somewhere. I just don't know where. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But now I finally have the time to get in here, and like summer is almost officially over. Tony goes back to school next week, which her being home really wasn't an issue. It was just all the stuff that we had planned for the summer months that was just making it crazy. But thank goodness everything is done now. All of that is done, so I can focus on what I need to do in here and back to the channel and getting things up and organized. I'm excited about that. Alright. Everybody's checking their thimbles. I know that I have at least 2 redemptions that I have to take care of, and I do apologize to whomever they go to, that I have not gotten to them yet. They will be taken care of very soon. With everything going on, I didn't want them to get lost, so I just left them. Oh man, why does it keep doing that? What is going on with that noise? It's making me insane. I think it's this bobbin. I think this bobbin or something wrong with this bobbin. It's making me insane. It keeps like popping, and it's like really annoying. It's like, so I want to reset the bobbin. Go. Reset that. No, this is not. I'm gonna go this way. Linda, I think I said hello to you, but if I didn't, hello. welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. I feel like I might have said hello to you, but I don't remember. And I'd much rather say hello twice than not at all. So... looks like it just got a little bit of jam here. Pull that out. Too many threads. Too many threads. Right. This is our last row. And we can put the sashing in between the rows. Every time I pull this machine out, because this is my backup machine, and every time I pull it out to use it again, I'm reminded of how much I remember liking it. It's like, I remember how powerful it was, and, you know, there was just a couple of things about it that the Baby Lock has that this one doesn't. But this one... If you're looking for a fairly inexpensive machine, it was about $200. I see them now for about $200. If you're looking for a fairly inexpensive machine that seems to be just an absolute power horse, I definitely recommend this one. I truly love this one. It is a computerized machine. So it does have a handful of neat stitches on it, if you're interested in that. Honestly, I don't really use any of those stitches. I really should, but I don't. Okay, so this piece here is extra. So I'm going to throw this one in the box so I don't get confused. Now I'm going to need to put the sashing in between the rows. So I'm not going to do the top row. So this will be the top row of my quilt, but I'm not going to do the top row. I'm just going to do the bottom. So I'm going to take my big, huge stack of fabric here that we were working with. Throw that on the ground. That's one of the other amazing things about this. I don't know if you guys can see it with my plank laminate flooring, is now I can just sweep it. I don't have to vacuum anymore, so now I understand why Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl just throw threads on the floor. Because you can just sweep it later. Like and like Cheryl said, just put on a pair of socks and you just walk around. Tracy, yes, this is one that came out in the Liberty box, but a few years ago. This is not the current Liberty box. It's a couple of years ago. And it wasn't exclusive for a while, but they have just released it for purchase. Literally like a week or two ago. A couple weeks ago, maybe. So if you go over to the Fat Quarter Shop, you can actually find it. I have not put a link to it on the... I have not updated the link in the description of the video yet. I was going to do that today. After the stream, I will update the description with an actual link to it. So yeah, if you're interested in purchasing this specific pattern, you can do that through the Fat Quarter Shop. Excuse me. It is a It was a Liberty Box exclusive, but it is no longer, which is really exciting. So I don't have to tease you with it anymore. You can actually purchase it. There is a link in the description box below to Dawn's pattern of my quilt projects. Her pattern. She created a pattern that was inspired by this one. It's very, very similar. Not exact, but very similar. There is a link to that in the description if you're interested. Oh, I had something caught in my throat. Probably a thread. It's just everywhere today. Alright. So now normally they tell you to measure these and cut them. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and sew them up onto the piece and then trim them afterwards. So then that way I know that they fit exactly the way they're supposed to. I prefer to do that with these longer pieces because one, I really don't have the space in my sewing room to be able to cut longer pieces. They're just kind of a challenge for me. Two, I also, you know, when you're sewing these things, there's always a little bit of variance. You know, the pieces don't get quite cut correctly or they don't get sewn correctly and things like that. So I'd much rather give myself a little bit of leeway to make sure that everything kind of goes together the way it's supposed to. And there's always extra. Like they're never exact with these longer pieces. So I always give myself a little bit of extra. So we'll get to the end here and then we'll trim it. Yes, Tracy, a lot of people have been wanting this particular pattern since I started making it, and I'm really excited that they released it kind of when they did, because we're just finishing it up, and so now it's available, so that's really exciting. Guys, got a little ASMR there for my machine. Like I said, this one is much quieter than the baby lock. Much, much quieter. Like, I'm not even sure if you guys can hear it on the camera. I have my microphone set up really close to the machine. So hopefully you guys can hear it even as a background noise. That's why I have an external mic. I was using the mic on the webcam, but that one just seemed to be giving me a lot of trouble. So I purchased an external mic. It's called a Snowball. It's that white ball that you guys see right there. I don't know if you guys can see it though. Right there, that's my mic. It does a great job of picking up some of the background noises, but not all of them, which I really like that. I like the fact that it picks up the machine, but it doesn't pick up all the stuff you hear outside. There we go. So I finished the edge. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this here. Now you can use your rotary cutter, or you can just use a pair of scissors. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut along the edge, because it's a nice straight line. There we go. There we go. And now I have the bottom sashing done. I said I was going to iron these before I sewed them up together, but I didn't. But they're finger pressed, and so they're pretty, I mean, it's pretty flat. I finger press all of my seams. That way they kind of lay flat-ish. Now I'm going to sew the next row to this piece here. I knew that was going to drop. Grab that one here. Kathy, yes, Dawn's pattern is available for purchase. It's either available for purchase or it's free to download. If you look in the description box below the video, there should be a link to it. If not, I know that it's on Dawn's website. If you do !Dawn, it will give you a link to her her YouTube channel and her blog, which is where she gives a lot of her patterns away. So it is available, yes. Okay. Attach this row now. I'm not sure who's clicking the hearts, but I see you. Thank you for the hearts. The live reactions, as they call them on YouTube. Thank you for that. I see that. I see that. I see you, whoever you are. Carrie says, I don't see it on the Fat Quarter Shop. Or, I'm sorry, Tracy says. Tracy says she doesn't see it on the Fat Quarter Shop. I know it's available. Let me double check on that after the stream. Because I saw them listed on their Facebook group. And I know a couple of people that have purchased it, so I can look into that after the stream here for you. And I will update the description of this video with it once I have it. I have not looked for it myself. I just saw the announcement about it, and I saw that, you know, another of our subscribers has made it, so I'll have to look for it. Dawn says, no, it's free, and my video was 2 months ago. The link to the blog post for the printable template is pinned to the video. Can I give the link? Yeah, Dawn, you can. I just don't know if YouTube will let you. I thought I had it pinned in the description of the video, but I'm not sure if the description of the video is available while it's live streamed. I know that after the live stream ends, the description is available, and I know it's there because I put it there. Dawn, if you're not able to share the link, we can ask Lucas to see if he can go grab it. Post it, or Kathy, because Kathy's a moderator too, they might be able to post the link. I'm not 100% sure how that works. Uh-oh, looks like this one's going to be a little short, like a lot short. Let's see if we can do something with that. There are both the links, one for the video and one for the printable templates. Wow, that is like way off. Something's happened here. So that one's okay. Something happened on this block. Wow. That one's like way off. So this row is like almost a half an inch off. Wow. I can't believe that. So we're going to need to pull this back out and stretch it a little bit so that it gets there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to mark it so that I know where it needs to be. And then we're going to have to pull that piece out. Because, you know, it wouldn't be my channel if I didn't have to pull something out. Now, the good news is I only have to pull about half of it out. So that's the good news. But yeah, it needs to come out and be fixed because that's going to bother me. Now, I probably could have just left it, but that's really going to bother me because it's pretty far off. It's like a good half an inch off. And I suspected as much when I started to look at the edge here. So we'll just pull it out real quick. I don't have to pull out the whole thing, just a little bit of it, so. But it's not. It's really not easier. There we go. I actually think my seam ripper is a little dull. I think I need to get a different one. Better just sharpen this one. Just take some aluminum foil and sharpen it up. Dawn says, Danny, your quilt is way too amazing. Oh, thank you, Dawn, for that. I appreciate that. Katie says, gazpacho is made and chilling in the fridge. Seems the perfect time for the hot weather. That does sound really good. Katie, that does sound really, really good. Mr. Wizard and I do a lot of outdoor cooking in the summertime. We do a lot of so that one actually lined up okay. No, this is the one that didn't line up. Okay. I see what I'm doing now. So I didn't really make a mistake. It's just not lining up correctly. Probably because of something I've sewn. So what I need to do is I'm going to pull it out to where it's not lining up, and then I'm going to kind of stretch it. Because, you know, it's cotton fabric, so it can be stretched a little bit. And that should help me get it closer. Because right now, it's a good half an inch off. Like, it's blatantly obvious that it's not lining up. And I don't like that. So I'm going to try and line it up a little bit better. Make some adjustments and see if I can get it to line up a little bit better. But it's two of the three blocks are, well, one of this middle block is really the one that's screwing everything up. So I'm going to pull out everything for that middle block. line it up. Lots of chopping of veggies. Yum. Is there like a sauce that goes along with that too? I mean, I've never made gazpacho. So like a dressing or a sauce that goes along with it, or is it just, it's just veggies, right? There's no meat in it. Dawn says today we're having salad because it's too hot to cook. Yeah, I can understand that. It was 90, I don't know what the temperature is like by you guys, but it was 94 degrees outside yesterday. It was awful. Mr. Wizard and I did a couple of errands in the morning, but after that we're like, no, we're staying in the house. And then we did, okay, that's probably good. I need to line this up so that I know what I'm doing here. Let's line this up here. This edge here. There we go. Okay, that's just so that I kind of have an idea of where I need to get the piece to lie. Which, like, holding it now, it looks like it fits fine. So it must have just, like, grabbed funny when I was sewing it. So, not a big deal. We will fix it. Probably didn't need to fix it, but it was going to bother me. And that's the important thing. So, let me actually iron these pieces up because I had hand pressed them and now they're kind of wonky. So, it's gonna be 86 degrees by Kathy. Well, Kathy, I wish it was 86. It was 94 yesterday, and it's gonna be in the 90s today. I think I saw a high of 90. Let me check. Yeah, high of 90 today. By 4 p.m. it's gonna be 90 degrees. Wow, 99 by Katie. Holy smokes, that's warm. And that's without the heat index, right? That's just straight up temperatures, right? Is it humid as well or just the heat? I know by us there was no humidity, which was, you know, godsend. The humidity probably would have killed us all, but excuse me. So I'm going to try and iron up these pieces just to kind of get them to lay flat again. Because they were kind of smushed a little bit when we finger pressed them down. That way it's a little bit easier to sew if they're flat again. Excuse me. Just kind of ironing out that seam a little bit. There we go. Arc. Okay. Now, I need to, of course I marked the wrong side. Let's see. What I'm going to do is, I've got it kind of marked here, so I'm going to actually pin it so it stays together. Because that's kind of where I want it to line up. That's going to be much closer to where it was before. So it must have just, you know, grabbed it somehow and it got weird and wonky, and so we're just going to fix it. Not a big deal. But I think it's going to look a lot better now because it was really far off. Ugh. Something caught in my throat. Alright, so a couple stitches forward, a couple stitches back, and then off we go to the races. I must have bunched somehow, I'm just not sure how, but whatever. We're gonna fix it. We're fixing it now. That's gonna look much better. Still a little off on the edge, but much better than it was. So we should be able to make up that a little bit. It's like a 1/4 of an inch, so. Dawn says we had unusual 87 degrees all last week. This time of the year it hovers around 100. It has been a tad wetter and cooler here from the early hurricane. Ah. Gotcha. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if we fixed it. That one looks much better. This one is still off by about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Well, it's closer than it was, so we're just going to leave it. I'm not going to stress too much about it. It's closer than it was, so we're just going to leave it. Alright, so let's get to the next row here. Let's get moving. So, let's go here. It's not as noticeable this time. It was really noticeable last time. So. Look at that. It's still moving, so. All right. Yesterday when I was at the quilt store, I was telling Mr. Wizard that I needed to pick out a backing fabric for this quilt. I have not done that yet. I decided that I would wait until when I go pick up baby. I will then take a look and see what they've got for patriotic fabrics. I know it's not really the time of the year for it. Most of the patriotic fabrics have already been sold out. But, you know, every good quilt store has their backup, their, you know, some fabrics. So we'll take a look and see what we can find. You know, if I don't really find anything that I like, I may wait to finish this one until next year when the patriotic fabrics come back out. To see what I can find then. We'll see. There's nothing that says I have to finish it this year. All right. That one. There we go. Dawn says she's got to take off. No problem, Dawn. We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We will see you next week. Hopefully. I'm just assuming. Hopefully we will see you next week. We have 2 more rows to put on, and then we have to put around the back, the border. So go ahead and put this next row on. We both have this one. Alright. I'll probably sew on this row and then we'll end the stream here. The rest of this will probably be finished off camera because there's not really enough time left here to warrant another episode of this particular project. So let's get this row on here. Go. Oh. Dawn says, well, I got a scoot to trying to find some zipper pulls, and I think they are at Mom's. Bye, everyone. No problem. Just about done with today's episode here today. In just a minute. Let's go ahead and get this row on. What we need to do is we need to check this here. Make sure that this is lined up. That's what I need to do. I need to line up this here. I'm not sure how to do that. lined up pretty close. Just by looking at it, I can tell. Foot pedal is squeaking. It's making me a little insane. I'm not entirely sure why it's squeaking, but it is squeaking. Trying to make sure that this one lines up. That one. Gonna be close. Anybody have any idea how to get a foot pedal to stop squeaking? Do you just oil it, or it's like a really faint squeak, and it's making me insane. It's making me absolutely insane. Wondering if I can just give it a drop of oil or some WD-40. All right, this one is now done. So we'll need to add another row, and then the edges around it. I'm not sure that that's going to be enough for another episode. It might be one of those fill-in ones that I do as a Saturday stream some other time, but it won't be another Sunday stream. So this will be the last Sunday stream for this particular project. But here's what we've got so far. What it looks like so far. Isn't that cute? So cute. I love the houses. They're just so adorable. The designer of this pattern is just a genius because the houses are just so cute. So that's what we got so far. There's 3 rows on it so far. We need a 4th row. We'll need to add a 4th row, and then the sashing all the way around it. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside for now, and I will come back to it and I will finish it off camera, or maybe on camera, we'll see, but definitely not on a Sunday stream. So the next time we come back, we will be working with our Resilient project. We've been working on that one a little bit. We're putting the blocks together for that one. That one, the blocks are a little complicated, if I remember correctly. we're going to be putting that one together. So that'll be a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I'm just covered in threads. Just covered in threads. But anyway, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Sunday morning again to you. I'm so glad to be back on the air. We are back for the foreseeable future. So we're going to have a lot of fun things coming up here soon. Not this coming week, but the week after that. We're going to have 3 streams all in one week. We're going to have our Sunday stream, we're going to have a Saturday after dark stream, and we're going to have a brand new Wednesday evening stream. I don't know what we're going to call that one just yet. I have to come up with a name. I haven't come up with anything yet, but we will come up with something. So we're going to have that one as well. So there's going to be a lot of streams coming up here in the foreseeable future. Today, one of my goals for today is to actually get back onto our channel and set up all the previews that I normally set up. So make sure you take a look there if you need it. I have not created a schedule like I was doing before. I'll probably start doing that again for the month of September, but I'm not doing anything for August just yet. So, welcome back. I'm sorry. I know we lost a couple of subscribers because we were down for a little while, and I get that. I understand they'd rather be part of active channels. That's totally fine. But anyway, hopefully we'll get to meet some more new friends here coming up. This number is actually wrong. It should say 615. I don't know why it says 612, but I will change that. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you all again next week. Thank you again for the super chats and for the super thanks and for the donations and all that other jazz. If you purchase merch, thank you for that as well. I really appreciate all of those. Every single dollar that you guys pay out towards the channel goes directly back into the channel towards new projects and new equipment to make things that much better. So thank you again so much. And yeah, I think that's all for this week. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great one, and I will see you all again next week. Bye-bye for now.